Hello everyone. We're here. We're back for the day 2 of Cohere AI Hackathon for some interviews with participants. Who's excited? Write in the chat, please. So, the plan for today is that Lisa and Olesia mainly will they prepare some questions and we'll ask. Okay, cool. So let's get to it.
And we have done multiple AI projects in the past. So for now, what we're working on is we're planning to use Classify by Cohere to help with a chatbot meant for support on smaller online businesses.
Cool. I just want to say that I forgot to unmute the audio at the beginning, so people didn't hear anything that we said at the start. So yeah, I just wanted to say welcome again to everyone watching us. And we're doing the interviews with participants.
Cool. First thing I want to ask about your background. Like, what do you study, and like, what is your engineer background? Are you engineer first of all, or are you working in something?
I'm a student. I'm a secondary school student now, and I just work on my own projects together with a few friends at times.
That's cool. So you're like studying engineering by your own, right? You're not studying at school or university. Are you studying like engineering by your own, like how to code or AI itself?
No.
Okay, you don't have to answer it if you don't want, but I wonder how old are you?
I'm 13. 13.
13. Wow,
13?
that is super amazing that you joined our event. Actually, I think you are probably the youngest person attending this event. So tell us how at your age, how did you come up with the idea of participating in such event?
When I was slightly younger, I got into coding and programming. And this year I met one of my friends who's my teammate, and he introduced me to this event. So he invited me to do it with him. So I agreed to it as I thought it might be fun and a good way to learn more.
That's great.
Super cool.
So it's first Lab AI event for you?
Yes.
Oh, that's so nice. And how did you came up with this idea for the project you're building right now? Were you discussing it for a longer time, or just like bam?
We were discussing about what are the possible projects we could do with Classify, and we came up with 2 ideas, but we got feedback from a few people and decided to go with this one.
So, can you describe this idea, like once again, a little bit, like in details, for us to understand how it can be helpful for us, even maybe?
So it's meant for people with smaller online businesses. So once they set up what they need, how it will work is there'll be a live chat where people can go there and request support if they need to ask questions. And then using Classify, it will come up with it will kind of make out what the problem is. And from there, it will give a preset list of different support and help that it can give to the user.
So in general, it's a support for customers on the website, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, Olesia, go.
Yeah, and how is work with the project going so far?
So far we've been getting a lot of errors, but it's mostly okay. We've gotten the chat working. We are trying to implement Classify now. Other than that, it's been going pretty smoothly so far, and we've made a lot of progress.
And it's not too much like for just two people? You don't need like bigger team,
No,
like I don't know, 5, 6 people
no,
working on it? No.
no.
You're good. Okay, and how is your work with the mentors? Have you connected with the mentors? Have you asked some questions? Did they help you at
I've
Cohere server?
mess we've messaged a few people from the Cohere Discord server. Some of the people from the Cohere team, and we asked for their feedback and advice. And we proposed our two ideas and asked them which one they preferred better.
So, in the end, they were helpful for you, yeah, to come up with the idea, and final idea, and now you're working on the prototype.
Yes.
Great. Maybe there is something you want to show us. You don't have to, of course. You still have a lot of time to work on.
At the moment, I was preparing it before this, but I started getting a few errors and haven't been able to fix it. I can show you the website we have here.
Okay, sure.
Okay, can I share it?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, so this is how our website works. This is how it looks, and the the program is called Chatty Businessman, and this new chat button, we're deciding whether we want to have it as a button or we're going to have a widget. So that's going to be a support chat, and the chat is currently not working, but just now we were building it, and we just have to fix up some issues with the styling and the errors that we're getting, connect it to Classify, and we're done.
Great.
Great. And what probably the last question, I don't know if you guys want to add something. I want really to ask you like what excites you in AI the most? What makes you excited about this like, technology and possibilities is open for you?
I feel that AI can be a really big part because it can like with this do you mean with this software that we're creating?
Can you please repeat that?
Is your question on our project that we're creating?
No, I'm talking in general about like AI technology and like what makes you excited
I
about the AI.
I think that AI has a lot of potential. Our everyday lives with AI implemented, it can make simple things a lot easier, and I'm really excited to see the future, how people implement AI into people's everyday lives. And for now, it's becoming more and more prominent. Um, for myself, I use AI quite a bit, whether it's just as a chatbot, just to talk to for fun or for information. Because I've made a previous project using AI too, which is allows you to ask questions and have conversations. So I use that on a daily basis. And if when the technology evolves and we have more advanced versions of that, I'm quite excited about that.
Cool. Cool. Thank you for your answer. And also, guys, I'm just interested. Like, do you see the perspectives of your project? Do you want to, or did you think about it? Like, do you want to continue your work on the project, like to develop the project to make maybe like a startup and to sell it to a company, something like that?
In my opinion, it depends on the quality we can produce it. If we can make it in good quality and it works well, we might want to do that, as it can be quite useful to smaller businesses, which is where it's targeted, and just make their life that little bit easier.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Do you want to add something, guys?
Not from my side, but it was very nice to meet you, and I would like to wish you good luck on your project.
Thank you.
Yeah, and looking forward to see your submissions on the Lab AI. Yeah.
Thank you. Should I leave the call?
Yeah.
I guess we just
Okay, thank you.
put the screen.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you too.
Okay, do we have another person waiting or no, still not? Okay, so I think we can. We'll be back soon, so don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone that is watching us. So be right back. Hello, and we're back with another interview for Cohere AI Hackathon 3. So welcome, Ben, yes?
Yes, nice
From
to meet you all.
Team Artificially Intelligent.
That's us, yeah.
Super happy to have you here. So, super basic, questions. Like, tell us a bit about yourself. Where are you from? Like, how to perfectly pronounce your name. I mean, maybe you have long form of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, tell about yourself a bit.
So no, I'm actually just Ben. I'm an engineering doctorate student. I work with a hovercraft company based in Southampton, writing simulation software. But I recently got really interested in artificial intelligence and all of the applications of it. So yeah, just looking into all of that. I'm based in Stoke-on-Trent in the UK, so I work remotely in the garden. Can't beat it really, but yeah, that's me.
That's cute. We can see the sun outside.
Yeah,
You're based
really nice.
in Warsaw, and we just, not that sunny as it should be. And
No.
yeah.
Shame.
So it's your first LabLab event?
It is, yes.
And okay, so how did you find out about it? Maybe someone told you, or
So I was just looking at a couple of hackathons or things like that to join, a few Discord servers to get involved with, because I'm taking the Fast AI course at the moment to try and get up to speed. I thought, yeah, it might be a nice idea to meet some other people, meet some like-minded people, and work on some fun projects.
yeah, I think you're at the right place.
I think so, yeah.
That's true. We are all kind of driven by new technologies, and everything will just popping up. Basically, every day something, going on.
Oh, it's ridiculous the pace it's going at. Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah. So, also your team member joined us, right?
Yeah, this is Elena.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
How are you doing? Is everything good by your side?
Yeah, everything is wonderful. I thought we had booked for 7, so I'm a little surprised, but I'm here.
Okay,
yeah, so nice.
Great that we found ourselves here. Okay, so maybe you want to tell us a little bit about your project.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Elena came up with the idea which we're looking at is it might be best for Elena to describe a problem, but essentially we're looking at finding better ways of tagging different types of literature, because we think that the recommender systems at the moment are pretty rubbish. If you've been recommended a book and it's just, oh, you like fiction, well, here's another fiction, but there's no more depth than much of that, or it's like other users like this book, so maybe you'll like this book. So what we want to do is take like some short stories and condense them down into a series of like informed tags. So we're going through and collecting some short stories and using the generate feature on Classify to a generate feature on Cohere to generate some new tags, and then also to classify different stories into different genres and better features.
Great.
Okay, so how it can...
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. How it can be used, in your opinion? How did you plan to make it like useful for people, and who can be the customer of this app?
Absolutely. So the way in which so I can go through a little bit of the method which we're using at the moment, because we have a little bit of a mock-up where we take. Well, I can share my screen. I can show you a little bit of code which we've written so far.
Yeah, sure.
I'll share screen instead of window this time, because I did that last time and you couldn't see anything. Okay, so we started off by just using just a Jupyter notebook and using Cohere and trying one of the prompts, the summary prompt, with generate and making a request. And so what we did was use this website called Readsy, and this just has loads of short stories, and they've already got a couple of tags with them. So like this one's a Christian drama and it's sad. But those are pretty rubbish. If you want to read something similar, you don't understand much about it just from those tags. So I've just taken Selenium's WebDriver and Beautiful Soup and just downloaded like 5 of these stories. And then what we've done is we've used, so here's an example. We've got the article title, we've got the body of text, like all of the text, and then just the tags which they have. Save those to a CSV, and then send this to generate with the body of text, and then like a summary that we've written, and then to try and predict what the summary is going to be for the next one, for example. So we're going to use these and sort of play around with it to try and generate not just summaries, but better tags. So Elena's reading through some of the articles to try and give us more informed tags for some of the stories that she's reading. And then the business applications we're looking for are going to be as a signal for recommended systems. So to better inform the recommended systems which are out there. So things like book recommendations, and say you're reading a lot of literature and you want to find another paper that's relevant to you, but more so than just, oh, it's on this topic, maybe something that's got a bit more of the context involved. So yeah, in terms of those, could be academic papers or.
And just to expand on that, the idea behind it is that time is our most valuable resource. And if there's a difference between having something recommended to you and actually searching for something. And if you like reading and if you read a lot of books, or if you like watching movies and you watch a lot of movies, if you want to find something specific, it's incredibly difficult to do so. And in fact, even on Goodreads, which is right now the most popular and the largest book reading community that exists, which is run by Amazon, if you look at their community pages, it is riddled with people talking about how their recommendations kind of suck. And part of the reason for that is because everyone that is uploading these books or creating, a page for each of these books, they only have a genre to go on, right? But what if you want something that is fast-paced and science fiction that doesn't have themes that are too dark? Or what if you want something that doesn't have certain tropes because you're tired of seeing them? Or what if you have something that you really like in terms of like reading about friendship, but you don't want it to be heavily on romance and things of that nature? When you are looking for something, when you know what you like, it's much more difficult to have books that are recommended for you. And right now, the only thing that exists is to go online and look for tailored lists of books and kind of go through them and see which ones you actually think you might be interested in, which ones you aren't. And similarly, as Ben was talking about in terms of scaling, we could also incorporate this in the longer term into screenplays. Similarly, when it comes to any streaming platform, you have romance, comedy, fiction, things of that nature. And if you actually look at the data for how these different movies and shows are classified, they're very poor in terms of the genres that are offered. And if you like something specific, again, like just to give an example that I had used with Ben and my other teammates, my mom really likes revenge movies. But she doesn't want revenge movies that have any sort of like fantasy or sci-fi themes, and she also doesn't want anything that's like particularly deep. And so I have to go online looking for, lists of like the best revenge movies and kind of like go through each of them, and there really isn't something better. And I think that that's a shame, because not only could it create better recommendation systems, but also create better search engines for people that are looking for something in particular, and to save time, which ultimately I think is one of the biggest benefits of artificial intelligence, is that it can save time, which is like the number one thing that we should be coveting.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I agree with that. I think there is also my thought that I came up with some time ago, that artificial intelligence is saving my time every day.
Definitely agree with that.
I also want to ask you about your team. So what's the backgrounds you have in your teams, and how did you divide the responsibilities? Because as I see, you have quite a lot of people in the team, and the project is like complex. So can you just tell us a bit about how did you manage it?
Yeah, Elena, did you want me to answer that?
Oh yeah, please go ahead.
Sure. So we have a lot of people from lots of different backgrounds, from people who are just getting started to we have a chief technology officer on our team from Canada. So, he's coming up with these insane, really good ideas. So we all just got on a call last night and just talked about our strengths, talked about, what our backgrounds are, what our sort of motivations are as well, why we're doing it. Some people are joining for fun, some people are joining because they want to learn about a specific technology. So we sort of let the people in the team sort of work on the things that they want to do, and that gave us pretty good coverage of the project domain in general. So yeah, it sort of fell into place quite nicely there. It wasn't very regimented that someone's going to do this, someone's going to do this. It's sort of like an exploratory sort of process at the moment. And then we're in quite often in the communication of a voice chat and just sharing things through GitHub and any articles or links that we really like and sort of moving along in that way.
That's actually really great that you have this session about discussing what excites you, why did you come to the hackathon? Yeah, really good.
Yeah, we like that. I feel like the people that if they get to do all the fun stuff, then they work really well. They get to do what they want.
That's great. That's great. Lisa, maybe you want to continue with the questions more about the motivation in AI.
Yeah, so what kind of excites you the most in AI, except the fact that it saves a lot of time?
I think for me, just in terms of the future potential which it could have. I mean, if you look back to a year ago and you didn't have things like stable diffusion and text-to-image generation, it's hard to know what's going to be around the corner. It's such a fast-moving and sort of becoming more of a community-driven process, and I really like that. I like the sort of push for a lot of open source software. I'm part of the Big Code, Big Science project at the moment, trying to contribute to those sorts of things. I think it's, because AI and learning in general apply to every single sort of domain that there is. Anything that you can sort of learn how to do, you can teach an AI program the rules about. So I think it's just going to be impacted every sort of area of society, and that's really exciting. You don't know what's around the corner, but so many smart people are working on it that it's going to go in a really positive direction, I feel. And just the buzz about the place, the people who you talk about were also excited, makes you more excited as well. So yeah, I think that.
Yeah.
I think for me, I come from a data analysis background. So for me, just the possibility of what you can do with artificial intelligence in terms of being able to help people and doing a better job. I know that for many of the different projects and things that I've done over the years, if I had artificial intelligence as opposed to going through metrics and Excel spreadsheets and things of that nature, it could have made my life a lot easier. So I think just in terms of analyzing data and being able to get the right information into the right hands and being able to help people more accurately, that's what I'm excited about.
Yes, from my heart, from people I've heard a lot that some of them are really scared. Probably these who are working not in, I cannot say high level positions, but something like this. People are scared that, for example, technology will overtake their places. So do you think it will happen? Like there will be kind of bigger competition for people because AI will be like technology will basically replace a lot of works.
I think with a lot of sort of tasks that are automatable, then yes, it will. But I think it will also breed a lot of new sort of jobs, people who are going to be maintaining the systems, informing decisions about policy along with AI. I think those are really important, and taking people from a lot of different backgrounds as well. There's a lot of talk about AGI and policy around those sorts of things. And I think it's just going to support a lot of community efforts and possibly even more jobs associated with those, but a lot more creative because those are the things which are really kind of hard to automate. but yeah, I think it's going to have an immense impact in society in general. But I think there'll still be things that people can do.
And I think also AI can't really tell what people want. It can predict what it thinks people will want, but I think especially as we've seen with younger generations and like with memes, for example, you don't know what's going to take off. You don't really know what's going to resonate with people on a deeper level. And I think ultimately AI serves a good function when you can tell it how to act given parameters, but there's always going to be the need for people because people are good at understanding each other in a way that I don't really think AI can do without human input.
Yeah, and I'd like to ask also about, just back to the question about motivation and what excites you about AI to other teammates, because we have also like Andrew here, and if I'm not mistaken, Max or Max, how was the name?
So this is the team HTD, so the next team we want to...
Oh, it's the next team, sorry, okay. Well, Andrew, so yeah.
So maybe I think we should move on to the next team.
The next team.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for having us.
For participating. Goodbye.
You're very welcome. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hi guys.
Everyone.
Hi.
Hi everyone. Yeah, now it's our turn. Nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you here. Do you hear me well? Because sometimes in Discord, I don't know why my microphone works not so well.
Yeah,
pretty good. Yes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. Cool stuff, guys. Yeah, we are a team, a happy distributed team. It's AGT. Yeah, we try to use UI to make human happier. And but yeah, it's a good question that we talked before. That could AI help people, or it would take their job? Why we are here? Because before maybe 1 month ago, we haven't met some use cases where to use AI. We were developing front end and back end, but one of our customers, he decided to implement GPT-3 to his business processes, and his business processes, he made cover letters for students who are going to get into universities. Mm-hmm. And it's about from 3 till 8 cover letters, and usually no one wants to write three lists of adjectives about someone, and that's why in our customer has about 100 copywriters that made this job, and he wants some kind of tool that can help him to make it better and faster. And it's a good point when we ask him what would be with these 100 writers. He tell nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
I will interrupt you. He just give us some knowledge that some people will stay with him, of course, because you still need to control to see what is written and so on. But most of them will be fired for their job because the one thing they want to do is not to throw their money away. So they want to collect them and stay with them. So this is always, like Andrew said, the big question. What is it's like rendezvous. Who will be the next, the AI or the people?
Yeah, yeah, but I told in general that, of course, it's like a big human question, how to make this technology make for us, but not against. But anyway, we are in this stream, and who we are to tell that is that we are going to run to other direction. Yeah, and we are fascinated about AI. We see here that we can dive deeper, and not only to make some kind of front end or back end or application, but we can use the big brain that can participate us. And now we see that it would be our future of our company.
That will be the future, and this is The machine came.
Don't make this stuff, yeah. Yeah, I'm already here. Yeah, that's why we are looking for cases. I think as our vendor, as Cohere and as GPT-3, they look for cases in which direction to use it and how to implement. Yeah, and we are here with the same goal, and I really encouraged by projects that were before in different other hackathons. Yeah, and I see more and more, I see like the project and I see my client, and I know that next week I would tell him, let's do this with you.
That's great. Yes, that's very great. I wanted to ask you about your background. As far as I understood, you are from software development company or something like that. So you're like doing software for clients, right?
Yes.
So,
yeah, we do
okay.
yeah, and we are a distributed team. Some of our friends, we tell them they are in oh my gosh, again I think, yeah, one moment, yeah, I'm from I'm from phone and without app. That's why it works like this. We develop software. We agile team, and we have clients in Lithuania and Poland. But now we are moving to Netherlands, and this is our target place to work and to live. And we develop software, and now we want to use more and more AI.
That's great. Okay. And you both are engineers, or you're working also on the design? Because you mentioned, if I'm not mistaken, the design part from the beginning. So what is your background mainly?
My main background, my education, I'm a developer. But last 15 years I work as a C-level, was as a manager. But after war began in our country, in our region, we moved, and now I work partly as a developer, partly as a manager. That's why it's most of this stuff. Yeah. And Max, you will tell about yourself. Yeah.
My background for last 10 years was business development plus product implementations, different roles. So now for last, I think, 2-3 months, I'm really excited by what can now AI with NLP create. So I'm teaching myself from different sectors about how prompts create, what will be nice, how to fine-tune models, and so on. So I'm see myself from to this day becoming a prompt engineering with product implementations.
Okay. Yeah, and also I just want to ask you, where are you from for now? Because I have this feeling that you're from Ukraine or from Belarus.
From Belarus, and but my wife is from Ukraine, and we from this dangerous region now. We moved to Netherlands.
Okay, got it. Lisa, maybe you will continue.
Yeah, I wanted to just ask, because as you're both engineers and you have this background, how you came up with the idea for the project you're doing right now? And was it hard to kind of came up with this idea? But I think now, as you said, that you're already working with clients, so it was pretty, kind of demand and supply rules maybe worked here. So yeah, how did you came up with the idea?
I think its idea come to our brain, I think idea come from our client, that he wants to make it based on AI. But then when we understood how powerful GPT-3, for example, before we work with it, or BERT in some cases when you may fine tuning, we understood that it's many words, but 80% of our clients can be can apply AI in different cases, internally or externally, to work with clients, to work with data that they have, to analyze data. And that's why now we have maybe 9 till 12 different ideas how to implement AI using in our clients' projects.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. And are you just 2 people in your team, or you're more?
Our developers that don't want to talk in English or to talk in any case, we have 3 more developers in our team.
3 more, so 5 people in your team.
5 people, yeah. Like.
Nice. And how it's going so far?
Excuse me, one more.
How it's going so far, the work on your project?
We see with GPT-3 that still it gives not so valuable outputs, and that we need fine tune, and we are now collecting data for fine tuning it.
But how about Cohere? Because this is of course a Cohere hackathon. So.
About our project, we try to switch from we try to switch from GPT-3 to Cohere, and Max now he tries to change prompt and to find different adjustment about P level and all the stuff. Like Max, can you tell what you think about
because
Cohere?
we as Andrew said, we take the project on what we are working before, and now we that the idea can be transformed in something else and can be applied to other companies and projects. So now what I understand, we worked in GPT-3, and from yesterday I'm mainly working in Cohere, understanding how the prompts are written here, because I see the difference and see the difference or what I need to write and what I will see in the end and how it works. So now I think we almost done the first stage of prompting and going next level. So,
Max, maybe you have maybe you have earphones because it's too difficult to hear what you tell. Yeah.
Sorry, no.
Okay.
Everyone hear me well? So I'm sorry if not.
In the middle, something happened to your microphone, but we know what you're saying, at least, yes.
Okay.
So have you? Let's continue.
No, go ahead.
Have you faced some kind of challenges already? I mean, with your developers team, or I think it's all about facing challenges, but something which you solved already.
With Cohere, no, we did API during 10 minutes, and then Max worked to adjust. It is his job now to find if it's possible to use it for our tasks. Still, it's of course, as you said, it's even for someone without background absolutely useful. You change the body of the request and change the parameters and see what's going on, and it's quite good. Yeah, quite reliable. Yeah, thank you.
Remember
challenging, but we don't have I think problems for now. So I think we just passed some understanding, and now we are going to implement it.
Okay. If you have any problems with implementing, Cohere mentors are there to help you on Cohere Discord channel. If I don't know if you were asking some questions to Cohere mentors.
No, still no. We haven't asked it.
But you have the link to Discord server, to Cohere Discord server, yeah?
Yeah, of course. And excuse me, guys, who is from Cohere in this room? Or you're
No, we're from LabLab AI.
T-shirts is from Cohere, I guess.
T-shirts are from Cohere, but we're from LabLab AI hackathon platform.
Can I ask a question? What you see advantages of Cohere? Yeah? Because is it cost, or is it independency from the big companies like OpenAI, or what else? Still, I'm trying to find the base for it, to use it in enterprise solutions, or to use it in projects from my clients.
Okay, so personally, for everyday needs, I use GPT-3. But I believe that competition is always a good thing. Yes, so That's
that's
great.
why I told that I see this is the only like one, and cost maybe the second, that not to make the one Google and that controls everything. Yeah. But it's difficult to explain to your customer. Yeah, he wants always like the cheapest and the fastest way to implement and to work. Okay, I understand.
But still, you can just like reach out the Cohere people in their chat, and you just come to talk with him, and they will like tell you about the opportunities and maybe advantages for you as for business. And I want to ask you also about the company, because I'm really interested in that you're in the company, you're like as a team, right? And you have this like hackathon activity for you. Is it common for you to have like this hackathons for like your teammates, or it's your first time, or yeah?
No, as I said, because we are new in this area, and this hackathon already during one day, I like met a lot of people. I've met hundreds, like 3 good ideas that I can implement in our clients' projects, and yeah, it's amazing point to like know you, and then if we would have like really big projects and interesting, we can like ask you to participate or to tell your ideas. That's why I think it's like brilliant point not to like earn $5,000 in credit for this stuff, but yeah,
money is not the point.
It's not the money, yeah. In the final year, it's credits. Yeah, that's why we are like modern, young. Of course, it's interesting to know new people and new projects. Where, if not here?
Yeah, that's true. Like to bring innovations to your clients and your company. Yeah, that's really great, guys. Do you have any more questions or things maybe to announce, to tell us? Maybe you have something. It's your time.
It's our time. I think no. Thank you for your time, and I think question would be tomorrow when we like begin to like implement and join different parts of like maybe solution. But as I said already, we received more than I expected during like the 2 days even. Yeah, and that's why I thank you for this. And I want to ask you: you are like arranged this hackathon, yes? Lisa, you or like Kuba?
Yes,
it's your part, yeah.
Yes.
And it's quite. Yeah, my English is not so good. That's why I like use straightforward questions and don't think that I'm rude. Is Cohere like your like main sponsor or like partner? If, for example, some client, our client, would think that he needs some kind of this hackathon to attract ideas, is it possible to like work with you, or it's you're like only make for Cohere it?
We're trying different technologies on the hackathons to give you as an engineer, as in like people who are interested in AI, an opportunity to try and to build with other stuff, like with different stuff in AI. So for these hackathons, Cohere our sponsor and our partner, but we will have also Whisper Hackathon in.
Yeah. I see Whisper. Yeah. It will be interesting.
Wolf Summit. So we have different hackathons. So if you are interested in something like that, you may just contact us, and I guess we can just talk about it in private messages. Yeah, but we have different AI tools, not only Cohere.
Oh, it would be interesting, yeah, to make our own hackathon. Yeah, that's why I know I knew everything that I want. Thank you, guys. See you on a real project.
Yeah. Wish you success with your project, and see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Good luck.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Good luck.
Bye.
Okay, so we are finished with this round of interviews.
Yeah.
We'll be back in a little bit less than 2 hours, so stay tuned. Bye bye.